So when I said that we can start, or I asked you something, it is about connecting with like this thing, because when I saw myself there or I see the presentation, I know I have to start. But when we talk to audience who's in front of us and we tell them, should we start? You have decided you will start. Sure. But it is about connecting with them and telling them that you are going to spend their time. I mean, it's not my money. It's the money of the people who are going to look at my presentation when I'm going to give a presentation. So you are giving me your time, whether I will spend it wisely with my akal or not is the task. So when we are going to talk about this slide, you see the topic, 7 steps of delivering a professional presentation. Like, someone has made something very good. It is something like, pulao or maybe somsa or maybe some Indian dish. How you're going to present it matters a lot. Something backstage has been done. You have designed a very good presentation by using all designing tips. But are you going to present it in an impressive way so that people will appreciate you? They will remember you. Dear friends, it's all about not always about what you are going to show them. It will be about how you make them feel about the presentation that you give. So today we are going to talk about 7 presentation steps when you're going to deliver the presentation. And I request all of you to apply all these 7 things on me today, and then you can apply them maybe on anyone who's giving a presentation, or you go to some seminar, you go to some conference, you go to some other talk, wherever you're going, wherever someone is giving a professional presentation. So this is a rubric or an analytical framework that I'm talking, and these are 7. Out of 7, before I start showing you the slides, out of 7, you need to at least master half of them. Half of them cannot be 3.5, it is 4. So out of 7, if you follow 4 steps, then your presentation will be impressive. And I did not follow them all. I learned to follow all 7 steps so that I design my presentation that way. It is like there's a table and you set up everything on it step by step. And someone says, hey, you forgot tuz. Salt is not there or spoon is not there. So this is about putting everything ready. So how to make a successful pitch? Pitch is something when you're giving a presentation to propose something, maybe a project, maybe you want some money from the bank for your business, or investors are coming, that is one part. Or you're just going to your rector, your director and say, I want to do this thing. They say, okay, stand up and present your proposal. That's one. Second one is that structure, that architecture of it. Then how to present it with professional confidence. And confidence is not something that you can go to a mall or go to a bazaar and then buy it. Confidence is something which comes from within. And this comes from preparation. I remember one thing before we move on to the next slide and start our process. Confidence is not about getting into the field and then doing something. It is getting ready to enter the field, like the practice you have done for playing football or cricket. After that, you enter with confidence because you believe, see, I have arranged everything. Now, let's see what happens. So, let's see what happens should be an entry with confidence. And it's a master class. You are the master. I'm giving a class to you. So, that is one thing. Can we move on to the next slide? As we say, king slide. And this is about presentation skills. These are some small things that you should just remember like this. You need to engage people. I'm not going to crack a joke. I'm not going to create some humor over here. But still, I need to engage you with something. I can start with Namaste, Assalamu alaikum, Khush Khalibses, Azizlar, Dostlar, and then you go, hey, he knows Uzbek. I say, yeah, I can speak some more words also. They're engaged. But engagement should not be something that I do a bomb blast or I throw something, water on you. No, it should be something interesting. You should adapt to them. If they are small children, hey, Yakshi Bola, who's there, who's looking so smart, and the small children will raise hand. If these are mature people, so you adapt, you change according to them. You should carry a confidence of your professional competence. You should also use some visual aids, like, the slide I should be able to use in a very nice way. I should know this is 1, this is 2, that's 3, 4, 5. So anything I'm using, any object I'm using other than my body, I should be able to manage it, and then I should be able to do effective communication. Effective communication, you have already seen how it is being done. The whole world is talking about it and no one knows it better than you do. So all these 5 things should be there in your complete presentation skills. King slide, and when we are going to talk about maybe what are the things we will be doing, let's go to the next one. This is about the content creation process, and my concern is only the 7th one. The 7th one is this one, which is highlighted. Distribution and promotion. Promotion, I'm talking about this because advertisement is something which is going on these days as a highlighted thing. So content creation process has got something like research, making an idea, making a structure, creation of it, designing it maybe on Canva, PowerPoint, Google Slides, and Prezi, or many other platforms are there. You can use AI. I'm not against it. I'm in favor of it because we human beings have made it. So we cannot fight against something that we created. We better teach ourselves how to use it in a good way. Then optimization. Optimization is something, you know, iPhone will get another operating system, so that OS will come, they say OS 18 or something, so they're optimizing it. They keep on making corrections to it, so to make it very good. Everything done, then they move outside and say, I'm ready with my dish, is there anyone to buy it? And then you start doing promotion, or you go and you stand up and then you give a presentation about it. So the last one is the 7th one, which we are going to learn today. Let's move on and go to the next slide, Kenge slide, and then we'll have the 7 steps that we are going to see. So let's move on and see what is there in this treasure of learning presentations. Yes, please. Kenge slide iltimos. Where is it? A button press and then it moves on. Why do you need this? The sabab, the reason. What's the purpose? I mean, why I'm standing here and taking your time? The reason is, are you a student or you are a professional working in some company along with your studies, or independent, or you are an entrepreneur starting a startup because the young generation in Uzbekistan is doing it wonderfully, or you are a CEO. In all 3 positions, you need to be good in presentations. That's the only thing I can say, and then you can read the small text later on or now, but you know the reason. Kenge slide please, and we'll see the 7 steps now. These 7 steps are something like, you know, when we start opening, we tell about ourselves, we ask them some questions, we explain everything, so all this happens. Who your audience is? My audience is people in Uzbekistan, people in India who will be watching this, listening to everything that I am saying. What exactly they want? They want to learn something about it. But how to appeal to my audience? Should I do something like the Indian dance, or should I start singing, or should I bring some guitar or something? No, that will not appeal them. A professional should present things professionally, so that may appeal. Appeal is attraction. So what will attract them to listen to me or to understand my presentation? And how to interact with them? I can interact with them by asking them questions, but everyone, like, you know, I'm someone who is giving a presentation to some officers. I should not keep on asking them questions. So I should know how to interact with them. Doesn't mean every time I will ask a question. So these are certain things that you should have in your mind. Without this, you cannot deliver a presentation which will be sensible or which will be on the purpose. That is one thing. Let's move on and go to the next slide. Hang a slide, please. And these are the steps which are going to come up now. Yes. Open, explore, explain, invite, summarize, request, reaction, and close. Can you repeat? Invite. Yes.
Come on,
okay, can you people repeat it? Open, explore, explain, invite, summarize, request, reaction, close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, the last 2 ones is
open, explore, explain,
invite,
summarize, request, reaction, and close. Close. So these are the 7 steps we are going to talk about, and they are interesting. What is open, what is explore, what is explain, what is invite, and then summarize, and then request, reaction, and close. I hope we have repeated it many times. Can we do a small test of all of you just for maybe 20 seconds, and we move on to the next slide, please? This is an academic or official presentation format, and we'll move on to the next one. This is a 7-step process. You should go from open to close, but you should follow all these things. King slide, and there's nothing here. So can we revise it now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1 and 2 and 3. Open, explore, explain.
May I say?
Yes, try.
Open, explore, explain.
Yes.
Invite,
excellent.
Summarize, request, reaction, and close.
Excellent. I mean, so if like, see, it's easy to remember. And when it is easy to remember, it is easy to practice also. So let's move on to the next one. I hope we are successful, that our students and our partners in learning are learning this thing. So these are the 7 steps. King slide, and we'll move on to understand them now. And understanding them is far easy than remembering. Remembering was a challenge. So open. Open is Assalamu alaikum, namaste. How are you people? You must be enjoying today's day. Like it's going to be snow today, the first one of the season. And then they say, oh, charming up, energy. You set the tone. Hello everyone, we are here to discuss something very serious, which is about investment. Oh, tone set.
The tone set, yeah.
You have to bring up the taste, the mood of the presentation. Then we move on another one. Yeah everyone, happy to be here because I have always been kind of a learning family member of Foreign Language TV on the show, and then say, oh, he's connected with us. He comes there. So repo, understanding, friends, like that. And then we also try to give them some compliment. Hey, Yoshlar, Zor. And then they say, oh, he's complimenting us. He's saying something good about us. So you compliment. You people are doing wonderful. That is about opening. In the opening, you also tell them, okay, everyone, my name is Parveen. I'm from India. I'm giving a master class to you on the Foreign Language TV. This is Good Morning Uzbekistan coming up. This is English Club coming up. So when we tell them the show's name, the purpose, my name, and the topic, you said the topic when I was coming here. So you're giving them an objective. They should know what they're going to eat. It should not be a surprise when they open it. So set the tone in the beginning by all these things. Let's move on to the next one. And when we go to the next slide, after opening, which is going to be something connected with opening, which is explore. Explore, please. Yes. Previous knowledge testing. How many of you know me? That is one question sometimes. How many of you are trying to work on investment? How many of you have been IT students? How many of you have been to India? I'm checking their previous knowledge. I should know. They know something. Because why should I teach you 1 + 1 is 2 if you know it? So you should understand your audience. You should know their level also. Sometimes, collectively they are too smart. They are very smart. They are smarter than you. So you're giving them something which should look new. So you should do some previous knowledge testing by asking a couple of questions, and then don't wait for their answers. Ask questions, look at the nodding heads, squeezing eyes, expressions on the face. You know they are getting it, they are not understanding it. Because your audience is a mix-up, so you don't know who knows what. So just check it. After that, give them some discussion points, give them some information related to their needs and their interest. I know we are here and you are the third-year students. After 1 year, you will complete your diploma and then you need to go. And I'm connecting it with their needs. In open and explore, they say, there's a suburb here. And after the suburb, what happens, you go to a restaurant, they give you green tea, and then your stomach is ready to eat. Open and explore is like that. You create a desire in their mind. And then we move on to the third one, the third step, the Uch step as we can call it, or King slide for explain. Explain is, Ms. Maftuna, the most boring part, where people will forget you for some time. They will be maybe understanding something. You will bring some graph, some presentation. You will give all your concepts and everything you are giving them that you prepared as a teacher, as a CEO, as a presenter, maybe as a manager as well, or as a host of the show. You are explaining things to them. So explaining is you tell them all your knowledge. Ilm is given to them. And they are taking it, they're noting it and everything. After explain, what happens? Which is the next step after explain?
Explaining, it is
after explain. The first one is open, explore, explain. Invite. What is invite here? Invite is sometimes people will forget something in explanation. So mobile phone, some friend is, hey, what was that? And then they missed it. They want you to repeat. But if you repeat quickly, they are still not listening to you. So you told your objective in the beginning. See everyone, this is your need, this is your interest, my suburb is this. After explanation, let's go to the fourth one, next slide, King slide. In invite phase, we tell them the purpose again. We wake them up. Oh, this is needed. This is the need of it, importance of it. So here we say, what do you want them to do? After explanation, okay everyone, what I'll be asking you to do is, after this presentation, you will be filling this thing. After that, we'll be bringing this task. It will come in examination. This is, professor, please repeat it. Now they're asking you. So invite is like you ask everyone on the dance floor, you ask everyone on the table when the food is ready. So this is that thing. What is the time frame? Invite everyone. I'm inviting you to use this presentation and make an assignment in the next 3 days. Wake up. So that's a wake up call, invite. After invite, next slide please, which is about summarizing. Summarizing is You don't repeat the jokes, you don't repeat the same personal connection things, but you repeat the main points. You tell them, I mean, you explain everything this way, that this stage is about moving on from invite to the closure. But sometimes what happens, people summarize. They say, okay, everyone, this was the point, and then they run away. And the audience, hey, wait, we have got sawal jawab. So they come, they for question answers. So after summarize, when you have given them all the information again, but briefly, very compact set,
Short.
then we move on to the sixth step, for which sometimes the audience, they wait, sometimes they don't want it. Like they would say, just let him go, Parveen, you're speaking for 10-15 minutes, you just go. Or they say, no, we want to ask question answers. So next slide, the king slide, which is about request reaction. I'm not saying it question answers. Why? Because every time they don't have question answers, they want to appreciate you. They want to say, Zoraka, this is good. But you say, oh, sawal. They say, well, I don't have a question. Maybe many of you will say that in audience, someone raises a hand, Mr. Parveen, I don't have a question, but I want to say this. It means they have a reaction. So I have picked up this name as request reaction. They want to throw some tukhum on you or pomidor on you, let them do it, but they don't do it, however. So it's not about that they'll be throwing things on you, but let them react to it positively. So they will react to it, but you prepare that they will ask this question, they may ask this question, they may ask this question. So you should keep on thinking, and you should encourage them to participate, but in your mind, you should have this challenge that they can give you 8th step of presentation also if you're giving 7. And you should always accept the audience's feedback, because they are so many of them and they know things. And you are a presenter because of your audience, be it your students, be your teachers, your investors, be it some foreigner, or be it the CEOs or anyone. So after request reaction, there's a word here called CARE. Manage your audience with content, answers, reason. Reason is logic. I mean, don't, hey, shut up, sit down. No, answer it. And then the last one is example. So you have to care for them. I mean, they are yours. So take care of them, ask them questions, they ask you, reply humbly, respectfully, and then you move on to the aukhar step, the last step, which is close. And there is one thing which happens sometimes, that the presenter finishes it. Let's go to the king slide, next slide. The presenter will finish it and no one knows it. So maybe you, maybe someone else will start clapping and others will go, oh, it ended. You should give them some hint that it is ending. You will see in Indian movies, as we were talking, that there's a dishum, 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 dishum fight, and you know, oh, they're fighting. So now the movie is going to end maybe. The old movies, maybe they can recall something from Dharmendra or Raj Kapoor or Mithun Chakrabarti or Hema Malini or someone. Sure. They'll say, oh, there's a fight. The bad guy is being beaten by the hero, so the movie is going to end. So there's a clue, there's a hint. Yeah. And on YouTube, you see how much time is left. So now you know, all of you know, I'm on the 7th step, the presentation is going to end. So I've given you a hint by writing the numbers. And I told you in the beginning, there are 7 steps. So it's not a surprise. And there's one thing very nice here. How will you give them the clue? Maybe you say a poem by someone, you will bring up something from Alishir Navoy or from some shair from India. Yeah. Some quotation from someone. So give them a hint that they have to. And sometimes what teachers do, I'm speaking and I'll start winding up things. I'll fold my papers, I'll come down from the podium and I'll just settle this and clean my hands or something. It is a hint that he's going to end now. Don't give them hint in the beginning. Don't look at the watch. Sometimes, he's gone. He's checking time himself, so he's going. So give them this thing. And there is one thing here which is about what visual aid will be most memorable. Give them something which is memorable for them. Maybe a picture or maybe something. So give them something at the end that they remember. They take their mobile phone and click a picture. Oh, this is going to end. Let's move on to the next one, which is the aukhar one, and which brings us to the beginning. King slide, and this is the closer. So, yep. So we started from the same, we end on the same, and I would say thank you to all of you, not by showing it on the screen, but by saying it live. These are 7 steps: open, explore, explain, invite, summarize, request, reaction, and close. So this way you can give impressive presentations. Thank you so much.